Good morning, cadre. Day number 7 of the tour of Saponificio, Varsino. I'm Barber Dave, and welcome to Barber Dave's Barber Shop at Home. A couple of new things today. Obviously, we are now official. We have our TSC official shaving shirt with the excess lather storage. I'm already starting to patina it a little bit when I brush my teeth, so that's a good thing. Today, we're probably going to, or we are going to talk about one of the more popular scents in the Saponificio range, and it's actually one of their oldest. In fact, it may be their oldest. I don't know that for sure because this is a beta 4.0. So this was way before 4.1, 2, and 3, but it's still a fantastic soap. So we'll be using the Dolomiti shave soap, which is out of one of their alderwood bowls because it does come in just the pet size container. For our brush, we'll be using a Doug Corn D7 with a 2-band silver tip. And for the razor, I'm in a pass around, although I've been thinking about buying this razor for a while. The only thing that scared me away was the fact that it's mild and I like more of an aggressive razor, but is the Feather ASD2. Thanks to Wood Pusher Sam for sending this around. I got this yesterday. And so we'll try that. And then finally, we'll finish up with the Dolomiti aftershave. So let's talk about Dolomiti for a second. This puck is one of the white color, creamy color ones. However, it came in 3 iterations. The white, which is kind of a cream color, the black, and now the gray. So all the shave soap that you get now will be a gray. And the reason for that is because there's an ingredient in Dolomiti that is unique. And I think they've put it in some other stuff, but it's really unique to Dolomiti. And the reason why it's called Dolomiti is in homage to the Dolomites, a beautiful large mountain range in the northern part of Italy. And there's a silt that comes out of those mountains, obviously with the glaciers and the pushing and the grinding and the grinding and grinding of the glaciers and the rock. And that silt is very, very nourishing to the skin. In fact, it contains vitamin A through E, B, beta carotene, which acts as a kind of an antioxidant. And then, believe it or not, the silt performs the function of being an anti-inflammatory and any healing of skin abrasions, and it's invigorating. So actually, it tightens the skin a little bit. Like if any of you have ever had a mud mask, it kind of tightens up the skin, which allows a really nice shave. So the 4.0 is really good. So let's go over the notes. It is one of the spicier of them, but it's very citrus forward. So you've got lemon and sage. And this is probably one of the more simple symphonies that SV does. Very light in scent, but stronger than previous versions. In fact, from what I've understand, the black and the gray versions of the soap are much, much stronger. So the top notes, again, are lemon and sage. The floral body notes are lavender, clove, and black pepper. And then for the base notes, you have cedar, vetiver, and patchouli. So very similar to some of the other ones, but with a little bit of difference. And this silt adds a little bit of it adds a uniqueness to it. And, you know, with the 4.0, just like with the 4.1, 2, and 3, float a tablespoon of water on top, load for 5 to 15 seconds, depending on how much you want to get. And very quickly, you're ready to rock and roll. So I've also got the Feather loaded with a Feather, high Feather, I think it is. And so we'll see how that works. So if you haven't gotten your official shave shirt yet, they are available on our swag store, and they're available in multitudes of colors. This orange is really kind of a neat orange. It's deep. I think, I forget who said something that it's reminiscent of a football team, but a really nice orange. Very dark. Good quality shirt too. I've got 2. The black one is made by Hanes. The shirt's made by Hanes, and then this shirt is made by Gildan. Just a little bit of water. But you can definitely feel the difference between the 4.0, 4.1, and 4.2 and 4.3 as far as the lather. Now, that's not a bad thing because they all are wonderful and produce a wonderful lather. But SVs, perfumers, and chemists and all that are always trying to improve on their previous version. But lathering has never been an issue. Okay, now I've heard from everybody that the feather is very much like a tech as far as its shave. I will say one thing right out of the gate, and I didn't expect any different because I've got the Feather and the Feather SS, is the build quality. It's a very heavy razor, and I compare it to my other stainless steel razor, which is the Weber. And I got to say, the build on this is just tremendous. And so let's see what happens. Very smooth. Balanced very, very well. Not quite as aggressive as the Weber, but the safety bar in fact, I think it actually shaves better than a tech as far as the smoothness. Very easy to find the balance on this razor. And as I think KJ or Rich had said, it's pretty much a no-brainer shave. Definitely milder, you can tell, but smooth. Now the Dolomiti 4.0 is a very, very slick post-shave, post-pass soap, so that helps as well. But the razor, very nice. I would actually compare it as far as ease of use and how it feels while you're shaving with it, very much like the Vector. Which, quite frankly, it should be for a $160, $170 retail razor. I know you can get them cheaper, but the build quality is good. And I think what I've seen written somewhere is, you know, the feather blades are extremely sharp, as are all feather blades. And I think the combination of a very mild razor with a very sharp blade makes for a lot of efficiency. Very easy to find the shave angle right out of the gate. One thing that strikes me the most is the balance of the razor. It's the only razor I have besides the Vector to find its own balance right out of the gate. And it truly is a no-brainer shave. It could very easily be a daily driver. But yeah, super smooth. Some blade feel, but not anything that isn't. I mean, it's a very soft razor, if that makes sense. Oh, the Dolomiti is just fantastic. I mean, it's just, like I said, it's very light. You're getting small whiffs here and there, but it produces a great lather. And I have not tried the, because I've had this, I think this is my old, hey, look, I finally got some storage.
I think I finally, I think this was my first SV soap. Yeah, it was. In fact, it came out before, I believe, before 70th. And so I still have a lot of it. I do have I think I have a black or a gray puck somewhere in there. But I'd like to try it to compare it, but I may not. I have not inventoried my complete soap collection because I'm kind of afraid to. And I don't want to hear that, oh my God, you have that many soap, because I know it's in excess of 500 at this point. And that's including the ones that I sent off to Nurse Dave for the soap pass around. Okay, final pass. Razor does clog up like you would expect any safety bar a little bit, but nothing too major. Like I said, the big takeaway from this is the smoothness. This is, because the Vector is a single edge and it's a larger feather blade and everything, you get more face feel with the Vector, but very, very smooth. This, you really have to kind of be aggressive to get to feel the blade. Otherwise, you just feel the safety bar, and it's super smooth. Obviously, I'm going to test this out probably for the remainder of the SV tour, except for, you know, the days that I can go ahead and do a straight, because obviously that's my first love, which should be okay, because today is my last day in the old shop, and then I'm going to take a week off and get things ready for the new shop. Tremendous shave. The Dolomiti is truly fantastic. Slick enough to do a cleanup. A little bit more cleanup than probably normal because of the mildness of the razor, but still, what a smooth shave. And I just love how the fact that you don't have to think about it. You just pick up the razor and go. And it, as weird as it sounds, it it almost balances itself in your hand. So yeah, that one may end up in the stable. So I give the shirt a little bit of a good patina today. We'll see how that goes down the road. The post shave on the Dolomiti isn't quite what it is on the later versions, but still, it's fantastic, very hydrated. And Nurse David mentioned yesterday about how you have to let your face dry down before you put the talc on. Well, here, you know, like I said, the dew point here, which obviously is a measure of relative humidity, was -11 yesterday. So yeah, there's times when you don't even need a towel. Literally, it's so dry that it just, you just evaporate. And so yeah, my face is already dry. Again, with all the plant extracts and all the goodness that's in the SV soaps, you definitely want to shake them up really good. And this again is also beta 4.0. It's a lot more clear and more of a regular aftershave, but you still want to rub it in. And this is probably the most Colonia, Italian Colonia scent of all of them except for 70th. But this one is also one of the few that has menthol in it. And just enough, not too heavy. I'll be using Borotalco today. And like I said, that dries almost immediately out here. Now, obviously in a humid climate, yeah, you do want to wait a little bit before you do your cloud application. And but I really am glad that everybody's enjoying the talc finish. Because like I said, I think it really is a nice finish to the shave. And you know, you don't have to do it daily, but you know, it takes what, 2 minutes. You know, and it really, I don't know, to me it sets the day. And just, you know, it gives that additional softness. Now, like I said, with all the other shaves, what I do with Dolomiti or with any of them is I'll take a few drops because it's heavily concentrated, and just don't rub it in. Just put it on those spots that you want. And it kind of acts like an EDT. It does, you know, they are light and it becomes a skin scent. But really, the fragrance is for you to enjoy, not necessarily for anybody else. Although your wife would have probably argued that point. So, all right. Well, that's it for day 7 of the tour of Saponificio Varsino. We certainly appreciate you joining us. Join us tomorrow for day 8, where it'll either be Opuntia, Cubebe, Desert Vetiver, or 70th. We haven't quite made that decision yet. And a couple of these I do have the EDPs for. So join us for that. And it's also their newest and probably their heaviest hitters of the brand. So thank you for being members of the TSC. If you haven't joined us before, and you can get this fantastic lather shirt with, of course, the excess storage area for all your excess lather, go to www.theshavingcadre.com. And for this and all products SV, please go to www.saponificiovaricino.com. Thanks again, folks, and have a wonderful weekend.